What's up everybody, I'm Abatage and I'm here to have a shot at Intake. Intake is a arcade shooter. It's an indie game by Cipher Prime Studios. And as you can see in the background, it essentially involves shooting the pills as they drop from the top of the screen before they hit the bottom. And when they hit the bottom, your bar at the bottom here goes up. And if it goes up too far, you lose a life and consequently you die. And there's other things like those mushrooms that were just on the screen there that give you power-ups and that sort of stuff. But it's pretty cool, it's got a cool soundtrack. So I wanted to take a look at it because I've been having a lot of fun playing it. And it's pretty hard, but we'll see how we go. Let's have a quick look at the options. Now there's the drugstore, which is how you buy and upgrade power-ups. So you can see I've got 7,000 of the currency, which is called MG or whatever that stands for. Milligrams maybe? I don't know. But I've already paid for one of the extra life power-ups, and I've paid for one of the embiggener power-ups, which basically makes the pills bigger so they're easier to shoot. And I don't know if there's a limit on how many you can equip, but you have the option to unequip things. Although let's try and unlock something because I do have a bit of cash flowing around. I was reading slow-mo while saying flowing, so you got slowing. Cold electric blast captures into oblivion, unlocks Spanish. Let's go for slow-mo. So we'll unlock that and then that will appear in the level as we play. So let's head back. Achievements, there's a whole bunch of achievements to unlock. There's cumulative achievements as well, and that sort of thing, which is cool. There's challenge modes, but you have to reach a certain level to unlock those. Otherwise, they're not available, and clearly I haven't reached that level yet. Progress, this will show you your stats for... This is the last game I played. My average combo was 16, I got to level 19. Best play, I got to level 20, my max combo was 79, all that sort of thing. Lifetime, it shows you your average and all that sort of stuff. So that's cool, there's a lot of stats in that. Settings are quite slim, nice colorblind settings because this does rely on color. So it's fantastic that they give you these options. You can unlock more music. At the moment I've only got one track that plays, so if you don't like the track, it can get a bit annoying until you unlock something else, but I haven't heard the others, so I can't really talk for them. And we'll leave that on because I'll show you the tutorial. Adjust mouse sensitivity. The rest is pretty much adjusted through the launcher, and it appears to be a Unity type launcher where you select your screen resolution and key bindings and that sort of thing, although this is entirely mouse driven or keyboard driven depending on how you like to play. You can either move with your mouse and then click with right and left mouse buttons, or you can use your keyboard to instead of those right and left mouse buttons. So you still have to aim with the mouse, but you can use the keyboard, and we'll see that when we go into the game. So the idea is you want to shoot a pill with the same color that the pill is. So if it's a yellow pill like on the left there, you want to shoot it with a yellow shot. Right? Cool. And what you do is basically you right click to change the color of your shot and you left click to fire, as we'll see here. So I've got my reticule. If I right click, it changes between yellow and blue for this one. So we want blue for those and yellow for those. And then at the end, after each level, you shoot down these other pills which basically act as the currency. And as you can imagine, it just gets more and more intense. And you get less kind of the same color together, and it tends to swap around a lot more frequently as you go into the harder levels. Ooh, and there's my slowdown that I just unlocked, which is pretty cool. But overall, it's a very slick game. It runs at a fantastic... At the moment, it's running at 90 frames per second. I just lost a life because I wasn't paying attention. It goes between 90 and 120 depending on how it's feeling, and That's pretty good considering I'm running fraps at the same time. So it's incredibly lightweight in that sense and just runs super smooth, and yeah. As you can see, it gets a little bit more complicated. Again, this is another one of those games where trying to commentate and play at the same time is incredibly difficult because it requires a fair bit amount of concentration. But what do I love about this game? The thing I like about it is it's another kind of easy to pick up and play game that takes time to master, but not because of controls or anything. It's very accessible. It's presented immaculately. Like, these graphics are very cool. It's very easy to see what's going on the screen. You don't get confused by that too often. You only get confused when it overloads you with heaps of different pills on the screen and you're kind of getting worse in the later levels, and you have to constantly be switching between colors, as I kind of have to do here. But as I'm sure you can imagine, and you will hopefully see if I get far enough, this game does escalate fairly high and will definitely become a challenge soon enough. And I'm up to level 11 at the moment, so I'm getting close to the harder stuff. So essentially you have your combo riding, and as you build your combo by shooting pills correctly, like with the correct color and not missing them, and you break your combo if they hit the bottom or if you shoot with the wrong color. And that's pretty much the deal. And yes, it does get manic, and it's starting to get manic. So I'm going to concentrate a little, and oh shit. Just lost another life. I'm going to concentrate a little, shut up, let you listen to the soundtrack, and check out the game a bit more. Tell you what, it certainly helps having that extra life power-up drop in. But you can kind of see how it's getting fairly manic here. And they're moving faster, and you have to switch around the colours a lot more frequently. And yeah, it's fairly manic at the later stages. Wow, this is probably the furthest I've actually gotten. I love it when that happens when I'm actually recording. And I seem to do better than I have done before, although now that I've said that, it's all going to go pear-shaped, isn't it? So at the top you can see your score, right at the top there. Top right you've got how many hits you need left on the level. And I'm actually getting somewhere. I'll talk some more about different parts of it once I've gotten through this. Oh shit. Okay, game over. And once you get game over, you hit a bonus level, which is basically to earn some extra cash so that you can unlock some stuff later. You just need to pop as many of these little pills as you can. So I got a fair bit of cash there, so that's a fairly good outcome. Start from level 25 in the future. Awesome, so you can reach a checkpoint kind of level. So I'm going to select yes, because I would like to do that. And let's see, we earned a bunch of achievements there. You can see one popped up just now. Let's check out the store and see what we've got available. So this is, I can upgrade the big one, and it'll change how long they last, I think. I can unlock invincibility. I can unlock lightning. And further down here, you've got different things. And there's, like, this one says it's a gunship, which kind of makes me think it might be more of a Space Invaders type deal, but that's this one up here, yeah. Colors, music, so we can unlock some more music, but it'll cost us 20,000. Monochrome, so it's an interesting way to play. And yeah, so through these upgrades and that sort of thing, it definitely seems like there is... let's unlock that one. Yeah. And let's upgrade or unlock invincibility, yeah. Might as well unlock them all before we start upgrading. So you can see how you'd essentially have a lot of replayability with different modes and that sort of thing. What I was going to say before was the only thing I don't like about the game, which isn't really a problem, it's more just an obsession, is that when you play for a long amount of time, because it's purely mouse driven, I find that I get a bit of a sore wrist just from, you know, trying to make precise movements, and I tend to tense a little, I guess, when I'm using it. But that could be just because my mouse is a little bit small. I mean, I've got a Razer Death Adder, and they're known for being a little bit small, especially if you've got bigger hands like I do. I mean, I generally like my mouse, but for occasions such as this, you might need to consider how long you can play for based on how sore your arm's going to get from all that kind of tense, precise movement. But other than that, I can't fault this game. It's fantastic, and I think it would be a great collection at a decent price. Like a great addition to your collection at a decent price if you're into shooters and that sort of stuff. Because it's kind of a different take on it. It's a fairly good looking game. Like it's pretty slick and lots of good colours, lots of beautiful feedback on the screen when you hit stuff. You really know what's going on. The way the colours kind of, as you switch between them on your target, it seems like it enhances the colours on the pills, so you can really see what you're doing and what you're going for and that sort of thing. So it's, yeah, it's full of polish essentially, and I like a game that's nicely polished and simple and put together, and I can definitely see myself getting into this and playing it a lot more. I haven't seen any leaderboards or anything, so that might be something that could be added to add some more interest to it, unless I'm just not looking in the right place. But there's very little options. There's this clipboard here with your options, and that's about it. So I wouldn't think that there's anything outside of that. And then you can just exit up here, and if you click on the screen, it just starts a new game, like so. But that's all we're going to look at right now. Just a quick little one to show you intake and hopefully put it on your radar, because it should be if you're into shooters. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!